I wanted to do a day in the life of me being in quarantine, which is honestly not that much different than my regular day in the life. I'll probably be doing a life update during the video at some point, but basically I hate food right now. We have a horrible relationship. It's complicated. Good morning, guys. Long time no see. I hope life is treating you well during this chaos and quarantine time. But anyways, I wanted to do a day in the life of me being in quarantine, which is honestly not that much different than my regular day in the life, because I don't leave the house very much aside from work. And so this is just my daily life minus going to work for 2.5 hours a day. So really not that much different, but I might give you some ideas or inspire you to create kind of like a rough daily schedule like I've done, and just kind of make sure you're doing something every so often and you don't just get sucked into sitting on the couch all day. I know how easy that is. So anyways, yes, I'll show you my little routine that I kind of set up real quick. And because I have, you know, chronic illness and I have a whole bunch of symptoms all the time. Wait, I don't like that light. Hold on. Let's grab this one. There we go. That's better. Obviously I never know how I'm going to feel, how I'm going to react. Food is really tricky for me right now, so after I eat a meal, I could be down for a couple hours, who knows. But this is just a rough schedule. I'm obviously not reporting to anybody, so I don't have to like follow this to a T, but it does help give me guidelines. I've used it for 2 or 3 days now, and it's nice just to check in and say like, oh, like what could I do? What could I have done? I just have a general list of what I would like to do each day. So yeah, anyways, I'll stop talking. I'll shut up now and show it to you. So every day I wake up at 9. I'm actually setting an alarm this time. I usually don't set alarms and just wake up whenever, but I don't want to sleep in too late. And then I allow myself 15 minutes to get up. And then obviously it's not going to take me 45 minutes to do the dishes, but sometime during this time frame I'd like to do the dishes. We have dishes every day because we don't have a dishwasher, so I usually do them in the morning time. And then between 10 and 11:30, I'd like to do either school or something from my to-do list. 11:30 to 1, I'm actually going to take that off, 10-minute tidy. I'll just put my to-do list there again. Do something crafty. You know, it's so easy just to do stuff that you need and then watch TV for the rest of the day, but you can still watch TV and do something crafty like crocheting or journaling. 1 to 2:30 is exercise and crafts. The exercise can be pretty exhausting depending on the day, so sometimes that's all I get to do, and that's perfectly fine. And then 2:30 to 4, outside time and Bible. Sassy and I love sitting outside together, especially now that the weather gets warmer. I also love reading my Bible outside, so I put those two together. And then 4 to 5:30, again, school or to-do list. And then by 5:30, Nicholas gets home from work. He is not on quarantine. He's still working from his office for right now. So by that point, we just hang out together. We usually watch a movie or play board games, and we cook dinner together and just hang out and talk about our day. So I don't have that time scheduled for anything at all. I might use it for like a makeup time, like my Bible or homework, if he's like doing something on his own and I didn't get to do it yet. So anyway, that's my rough schedule. So right now it is, you can't see that, but it's 9:38, so I need to go ahead and do the dishes real quick, and then we'll go from there. Oh, say good morning, Sassy. Sassy's schedule in quarantine is no different than her every regular day, because she's always on quarantine because she's a dog. So yeah, she's just gonna be hanging out, and yeah, let's get working on these dishes. Alright, all that took less than 10 minutes. So I'm gonna grab a shake from the fridge for my breakfast. And then I'm gonna go sit for a little bit because # standing is my cardio. So gonna recover for a bit, and then I'll probably grab my laptop as I'm sitting there a little bit later to do my schoolwork, and yeah, I'll keep you guys updated. Sassy is still doing the same activity she was doing. She does not appreciate being on camera. Okay, so I watched half of a show. The amount of time that I need to rest all depends on the amount of time that I'm active or I'm doing things, including mental work as well, like homework. So because I was only washing dishes for like 10 minutes, I don't need a ton of time to recover. I could very easily watch an entire show right now, or I could just watch half, and right now I'm feeling good, and I'll go ahead and knock out some homework, and then that's just more TV that I can watch later. But I can at least have this done. And the more I watch TV, honestly, sometimes it makes me more symptomatic sometimes, in terms of dizziness at least. And so I try to break up the amount of TV that I watch all in a row with stuff to do, and that's why I have the little list. So yeah, I'm gonna get started on some homework, and I've got Sassy snuggling with me right now. I just started a new class on Monday. It's Psychology of Personality, so I'm enjoying actually reading through the textbook. I truly am interested in this topic, so I want to really strive to do all the readings all the way through. So yeah, I'm gonna do probably about half an hour or so, and then go back to watching some TV. Okay, so it is 11 o'clock. I've been awake for 2 hours, and so far I've done the dishes and I've done one round of homework. I'm only really required to do one session of homework per day to get everything done that I need to do during the week. I probably don't even need to do it every day, but I'm going to try to do one every day so that way I can keep up with it and not let it drag behind and possibly even get ahead. If I do 2 sessions per day, that's even better. But anyways, so real quick before I rest after homework, I'm going to go ahead and actually write down my to-do list, so that way I know what I actually want to do when I have the energy to do it. I don't have to think about what I should go do around the house. I can just look and there it is. So I use my bullet journal for my to-do list. So this is my master list. I have things for like the whole month that I need to do, and then each day I'll write down, like if I'm going somewhere, like my schedule, I'll write it down, and otherwise I'll have check boxes of things that I need to get done for the day. So I'm gonna go ahead and write that. Also clear out what I did yesterday. I got my prescription. I did not wipe down the kitchen, so I'm gonna move that to my list for today. Our stovetop is really dirty right now. Nicholas and I like to play board games in the evenings, like I mentioned, and we would typically keep a game out if we know we're gonna play it for a couple days, but I need to clean up the one that's on the table right now. And let's just pick one other thing to do. I like to give myself options of what to do during the day. Oh, I need to reschedule doctor appointment. Yeah, so I'm going to keep it at that for now. Wipe down the kitchen, put away the game, and reschedule doctor appointment. 3 easily accomplishable things to do today. Again, I am not, like I was showing you my daily kind of rough schedule, I'm not a type A person. I'm not the person that has to be like, I have to get everything on my list done. I have to do this schedule minute by minute, hour by hour. Everything is just a rough guideline. If I write down the things that I want to do, like I said, it's going to be easier for me to do them when the time comes that I have the energy to do things. Oh, my mom's calling me. Hold on. Hello? Okay, anyway, 20 minutes later. Like I was saying, if I have the ideas of what I want to do, I'm more likely to actually do them because I don't have to spend the energy in that moment thinking about what I should do. Energy is very precious to me and I have to use it wisely. So wasting energy thinking of, oh, what should I do, wandering around the house, that will take up half of my energy right there. So anyway, so I have my list. I've done my school, done dishes. It's 11:30 now, but I need to take a mental rest, so I'm going to watch a show, probably play some games on my phone, and then I need to get lunch soon, so I'll probably be doing a life update during the video at some point, but basically I hate food right now. We have a horrible relationship. It's complicated. And yeah, I'll update you guys later on the situation, but I guess I should make some lunch first and then I will rest, which will prolong my resting period. But anyway, let's go. Okay, Mom, if you're watching this, you can just skip this part for a minute. Usually for lunch, I usually just like snack on some stuff because I'm not really hungry yet and I'm not in the mood to eat. But I usually try to make it like worth my calories, worth my while. It typically involves some kind of chips. So I usually do like a rice bowl with like rice and a little bit of chicken and cheese and dip chips into it. Or I'll mix up like a whole avocado into some guacamole and dip some chips into that. Hummus and crackers with some cheese. I'll try to still make it sustaining and not just snacking on some Doritos on the couch in the corner over there. But yeah, it's not like the typical sandwich type of meal for lunch. So I have some leftover guacamole from yesterday. I'm going to make a little bit more and that will be my lunch. So like I said, this isn't like the best, healthiest option. I should really be eating like some protein or something. But you know, my belief is that when you have a complicated relationship with food like I do, it's important to still eat food that makes you happy and that you enjoy, and like not making yourself so strict on your diet that just further adds to the non-joy of eating food. Most of the time I really don't want to eat because of the pain and symptoms that it's going to bring me, but I will always be down for chips and guac, and avocados are a good source of fat and calories, and so that's how I'm looking at this situation. Is like, yeah, I could be eating a sandwich with turkey and cheese and mayo with a whole bunch of fat and protein, but this is just as good too, and it makes me very happy. And so I, like with some foods, I'm willing to go through the pain to eat it. This is one of those foods, and later I will eat foods that I might not want as much but will be better for me. So you have to find the balance, and this is my happy meal. I totally did not even mean to say like happy meal in the terms of McDonald's, but honestly, yeah, this is my happy meal. It doesn't come with a toy though. It's very sad. Hey, Sassy. Alright, it is about 1 o'clock. I am, as you can see, resting from eating lunch. It was very delicious, but eating any kind of food causes pain and fatigue for me right now, so just resting. Aw, Sassy loves to snuggle. I'm trying to think of what we're gonna do next. Something light. I want to get up and not watch TV right now, but I'm not quite feeling up to doing chores or exercise or anything like that, or anything really mental. So I think maybe we'll go sit outside if it's not raining, and then I might do a little sit down life update after that. Okay, we were just about to go sit outside. We got all the stuff ready to take out with us, but then I heard music coming from outside, and there's a car parked right outside of our apartment, and I don't know, we live in kind of like a sketchy-ish area, so we typically try to not go outside if there's other people around. There's also a lot of people that smoke in our apartment area, so that just, yeah, but it's annoying. So I got Sassy all excited to G-O-O-U-T, but now we gotta wait until they either leave or they're not in their car anymore. I don't know, so I might as well just go ahead and do the life update real quick now. Where can I set you? Can I set you here? Okay, I think that will work. I'll just stand on my knees for a moment. Okay, so there's been a lot going on the past couple of months. For about a month, I had a nasal feeding tube in. I did not happen to vlog during that time at all, so you guys didn't see it, but if you follow me on Instagram, I did have a nasal feeding tube to help alleviate my symptoms of eating with like stomach pain and fatigue. And it did help for the 5 days that I was able to use it. Unfortunately, between not getting my supplies for a week and then it being clogged for over 2 weeks, I was only able to use it for 5 days. So it did help, which is good, but now I am back to having to eat again. And my hospital is being extremely complicated about the way that they want to change out the nasal feeding tubes, and they're really pushing me to get the PEG, the surgical tube again that I used to have. You can check out one of my old videos for what I'm talking about with that. I'm out of breath. So last Friday, or okay, Friday the, what day was that? Oh yeah, Friday the 13th. Last Friday the 13th, my doctor's office had a cancellation for the PEG tube procedure for this past Wednesday, Wednesday the 18th. And so just like a couple of days after that, and they asked if I wanted it, and I was like, sure. And we rushed around to get everything figured out, with like my mom coming to help for a couple of days and taking off work and all the other stuff that you have to prepare to get surgery. And then Tuesday morning, the day before the surgery, they called and canceled my surgery and saying that all elective procedures are canceled due to the virus chaos. And so that was really heartbreaking, because I haven't been properly fed for several months now, especially the past 2 weeks with the feeding tube clog. And so I went ahead and just pulled the feeding tube out because it doesn't work anyways, and I'm not going to get a new one for a while anyway, so no need to keep it in. So as of right now, we don't know when I'll be able to have the surgery. It could be 2 weeks from now, it could be 4 weeks, could be more. It just all depends on what our country looks like in a couple of weeks from now with the virus. Nobody knows, so tentatively it is scheduled for April 1st, 2 weeks from now. But we don't know if that's going to stick or not. So it's just been a lot of chaos recently, and my stomach pain and fatigue have definitely gotten worse during this waiting period, and it's just very frustrating. Especially earlier in the week, I knew that I would only have to eat a certain number of meals before my tube, and then I would be done, and then, oh wait, never mind, you're gonna have to eat for probably like another month or so or more. And that's tough. Okay, I'm really out of breath. I'm exhausted. Okay, let me pull a chair and sit down. Our kitchen has the best lighting in our apartment, so gotta be in the kitchen, but I need to sit. Okay. So anyways, that is the current situation, and also basically, which I know a lot of you guys are quarantining yourself as well, but my doctor wants me to quarantine myself basically until I can get the surgery or until the virus calms down. Because of my lower caloric intake with just eating regular food, I'm not able to get as much in due to the symptoms, and so she said that's putting me at a slightly higher risk of struggling to fight off the virus basically. So I'm stuck in the house. That also means that I have had to quit work, as I don't know what the school systems are going to be doing for the rest of the school year. I don't know when I'm going to have my surgery on top of a 2-week recovery. I don't know what the parents' schedules are going to be, whether they'll be working from home or not, and my doctor wants me in my house until this all dies down anyway. So due to that, I've had to tell my nanny family that I'll have to quit, and that's difficult. It was kind of, I had to decide that pretty quickly, or it was decided for me pretty much with not a lot of notice. So yeah, there's just been a lot going on mentally to deal with and wrap my head around what's going on, and I know everyone is in a tough situation with everything going on, so I'm just praying for a lot of peace for everybody, and just the wisdom to slow down and be able to figure things out, and if not, be calm until things can get figured out. And yeah, that's my life update. It's pretty crazy. I think we're just gonna take a risk and go outside because I am overheated and I need some fresh air. Alright, time check is 3:30-ish. Sassy just demanded to go outside, so she got me off the couch. Okay, so now I just did some crocheting. I'll show you what I'm working on real quick. Basically, I'm making like 1,000,000, or more like 100, but you know, feels like 1,000,000 of these little diamonds in all different colors, and then I'll sew them together to make a huge blanket. So I'm working on this purple color right now. So yeah, that's what I was working on. So right now I'm gonna do some stuff for my to-do list. Here, let's see. let's refer back to my little rough schedule that I've got. I've done the dishes today. I did schoolwork. I've done some crocheting. I have not exercised yet, so we'll see if I get to do that. I have sat outside. That was in a different time area. So mostly just exercise and Bible, and then another school or to-do list. So I'm gonna do my to-do list now. We're gonna start off with cleaning up Catan from yesterday that we played. So here I am, still resting after cleaning up one board game off the table. It's about 4:15 now. My resting definitely becomes more horizontal as the day goes on and it lasts longer. Like in the morning, my resting is like sitting up on my phone, and then later on I'm like leaning against the pillow, a little elevated, and then now I'm pretty much laying down, not fully, but and the later in the day, the more things take energy out of me. So at this point, I'm giving up on trying to get things done and just letting myself rest. There's definitely a balance in pushing yourself to get off the couch and do things even when you don't feel good, and listening to your body. And I think I'm pretty good at noticing how I feel and which action I need to take when I don't feel good. So right now is definitely a listen to your body kind of moment, and so that's what I'm gonna do. I should probably also eat a little snack, but I'm not too hungry. So I'm just gonna snack on some granola. We've got dark chocolate sea salt from Aldi and Kind cinnamon oat granola, which you could probably get at most any grocery store. We get it at Giant. And yeah, I'm watching Jane the Virgin this week. I've already watched most of the series already, but I'm starting over, so that's been fun. And yeah, I do try my best to stay off my phone as much as I can. Like, if there's a moment where I do feel good and feel like doing something, I'm not on my phone, and then when I really don't feel good, I'll use it as a distraction, and that's okay. But it's all about finding balance. So I'm gonna go ahead and say goodbye. I hope you guys are staying sane during the quarantine and you're staying safe and healthy. Anyway, I hope you guys have a good day and a good week and a good quarantine, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.